Hey, my name is Kujax. I'm a big One Piece fan and I'm addicted to the One Piece card game. So I'm from Barbados and getting cards in Barbados is not exactly too hard but really expensive because of shipping and conversion rates and what's not. But anyways, a small card shop we have down here got some One Piece starter decks in like end of July, beginning of August in 2023. So on August 2nd, I went to the shop and I purchased my first starter deck. I had to choose between Big Mom and one other color he had because by the time I get there, only like 2 decks were left. I think the last deck might have been the Kid starter deck. But because I had read that the Big Mom was the most recent deck, I think I ended up purchasing that one, which was this. So Big Mom was my first deck. And I remember playing it and I thought that the life interaction was cool between Big Mom and how you could attach to them when she had 3 or less life, take a card from life and put another card into put another card on top of your life so you could like actually put triggers. And I also thought that when she did that the triggers would activate because obviously I didn't know the rules properly yet. So so I bought that deck and like it was like 3 or 4 of us started playing like had decks, and that's how my One Piece card game like actually playing get started. Cause at first it was just gonna be a collector, but we move on from that and I decided I want play a little more than I collect. So not long after that, I remember the Yamato deck came out and I paid way too much to get it early. But I was a yellow player, a new yellow deck come out. Still didn't know enough about the game, but I went and ordered the Yamato starter deck, and yeah, I would say it cost me about double what I should have paid to get it. But this was my second and I bought this, and outside of the random 2Ks, all it did for me was outside it gave me 4 more 2Ks to play into my Big Mom deck. It really had nothing to help the deck. Like it had the I don't even got them at hand, but it had in the Ace and the what was the other super rare? It was Ace and can't remember what the other one was, but it also had the 4 cost 7k Yamato, and that was actually I could just pull it up here on this screen. The super rares for Yamato deck was the Ace, and I still not seeing the other one. Oh, and the Kazuki Oden. That wasn't good for my Big Mom starter deck, but it had 2Ks. It had the 5 cost 7k Yamato, and you know that made my deck a little stronger. I had more 2Ks than most of the people was playing at that point, because most people either had 2 starter decks. Like some people had double Luffy, some people had double Kid, but all of we still had starter decks at that point. And then I think rolling along sometime after that, I end up buying my first ever booster box. I remember as a kid I only used to buy like 2 or 3 booster packs when I had like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And now as an adult I can move up to buying an entire booster box. Right now I use it as storage for bulk cards, but I bought the Pillars of Strength booster box and it didn't cost much, but it took me forever to get it because if Pillars of Strength came out, I can't remember when it came out, but I don't think we get this to September, October. And that's when I get like my category and what's not. I still don't play actually, but I will go show you my collection at some point. But I remember I get a category secret rare. I got and 2 alternate arts in that box. I remember, but it wasn't like good alternate arts. They were, I can't remember who that fella name. My memory's so bad. I don't have it in there either. It was Krieg and Krieg second in command fella. I forget what he named now, but he looked cool though. I remember that was my first 2 all arts and my a secret rare. And then like moving along from there, like I started playing the category because you know he's basically best yellow leader, but I found I wasn't enjoying yellow that much. So that was when I decided that I want to start collecting ulti cards, because you know like ulti just had a lot of good looking cards. Like I got a lot of good looking art for her cards, so I was like, I collect ulti cards, and then I decided to build an ulti deck. I think I can show you a couple of them here. Like this first page is just most of my ulti cards. I probably can't catch it good with the camera, but yeah, that was my ulti collection. So at some point, because of that, I decided to build an ulti deck. So that I went forward with that, and I have built this ulti deck. Cause blue and purple was out, so I ordered some singles. I normally order my singles from, I ain't sponsored, but Cool Stuff Inc. Just do straight shipping to Barbados, and I find it has been pretty. They have not let me down yet, so I used them to order my singles to Barbados. Still kind of expensive, but it's a workout. I remember I ordered some singles, and I had ordered. They started that right before the price skyrocket. Like I get it right before the price skyrocket and it sell out. So I had built this ulti that maybe I'd be able to flash it on screen, but I gotta rebuild it because I deleted it after a while. And I was playing that for a couple of weeks at our locals. Our locals is just we go to a bar, and 4 or 5 a week, normally a night just turn up. Now we probably just do a couple best of ones and call it a night. At least for me, because they don't stay as late. So I was playing that ulti deck because it had 2 of every ulti released at that point. And I found that a little more fun than yellow, because my problem with yellow is that it was like a flow chart. It's play on curve, it's play Paraspero, and then it's play can't remember what it's play after that, but then it's play Big Mom, and then it's gotta get 10 cost Big Mom. And yellow always felt like a flow chart. You don't really be manipulating anything. Like yes, category can move. He can move one card from the top to the bottom if he want, or probably back at the top when he look at the life, but it wasn't enough interaction for me. Yellow was just play this card, play this card, play this card. Obviously, you gotta put thought into how you're playing it, but I didn't really enjoy it. And then I wanted to like manipulate the game, but not as hard as black does do. I think, and there's around OP or 4 times. So I decided I wanted to play started that Luffy. Basic thing, he just move 1 done. He's move 1 rested done per turn. And I was like, I like that idea. And I saw a combo with Zoro and Robin. Obviously, it's not the best combo, but I thought that was cool. Just a little unique combo that only that Luffy could do. So I decided to build that deck. And right now, that was my main deck. And you could find, it was the previous video to this one. Or it should be previous video to this one. Again, link it in the top somewhere. And I ordered that. And the ultimate deck came out around that time too. So between this and this, I built the deck you see now. I did have to order a few singles like Otama and what's not. So between the 2 of them, I built the red deck that you now see on the channel. And I really enjoying that my locals. And during that time, I upgraded my category and what's not. But I really enjoyed the Luffy deck. And my category deck, I gotta do a deck profile on that because it different, not like super different, but you ain't gonna expect it because my lack of access to cards. I had to build it a different way, and because I only got 1 secret rare category, I never decided to put it in the deck. So that deck does not have any categories right now, and I can't afford to buy extras. So yeah, that was that way. And then during that time, another booster box came in, and I got 1 box of OP or 4. So in that same folder I had that I just showed you, that I got like my collection. Like I still collect, like try to fill out the booster boxes, but I only buy like 1 box at a time. But I did buy a double pack of OP or 4 as well. I had a double pack, and I had this, and I also ordered this collection package. So I had a lot. I had more OP or 4 than I had OP or 3. And because now I had my decks established, I was able to keep more cards as a collector that I have to build decks with them, which was kind of cool. And then throughout, like coming on to any year, still pick up a couple extra things just for collection purposes or for future builds. Like I pick up this, I get this from the local store, and I just have it there. It ain't got the best cards, but what I forget too about my OP or 4 openings, that I had end up opening an alternate art Rebecca, and I had made a promise to myself that if I ever pull an alternate art, I can build the deck. So I did end up building a Rebecca deck, but I really don't like how it's played, so I still stick it to my Luffy. But I do have a Rebecca deck, and I can practice with it every once in a while. But then I saw that Kyros was announced for the EB1 booster box. So I plan to build Kyros because I got a yellow deck that I don't really like playing. I build the Rebecca deck because I pulled the alternate art Rebecca. And Kyros turns out to be black and yellow. So I figured that's the route I should go with like my next major deck. So I'm hoping that Kyros can be saying that I could play and enjoy. Next to my Luffy deck, because I don't think I'm dropping Luffy for anytime soon. And then Luffy is one of my favorite One Piece characters, which I guess is a lot of people's favorite character, so that is kind of cool. And I think that's it. Right now we at the beginning of 2024. I've went to one small little get together. I went late, so I only get to play 2 rounds. I played with my Luffy, my same Luffy deck profile, and I won that game. I think that was against Betty. I think that was against Bella Betty. And I also played my Katakuri, and I can't remember. See if I got any pictures or anything. And I play my Katakuri, and I play a Blue Duffy, and I beat that with the Katakuri too. So that's the extent of my playing for this year locally. And like I say, our meta like quite behind. Like we got sprinkles of OPO5, even though OPO5 was out for a month, and because the box price is so high, I wasn't able to get not even a single box of OPO5. And I have promised myself since I start that I would buy 1 box at every set. But OPO5 out of my price range right now, so hopefully it come down. If it doesn't, oh well. But I thought that would be the video for this week. Like I said, I want to make the channel more discussion based. So I don't only want to do deck profiles, I don't want to do news. I want to like talk about stuff. But I didn't know what I wanted to talk about because like I way far removed from playing for nationals, but I still enjoy the game enough that I want to make content. And even though I do YouTube before, I never really do like actual video showcase myself. I do some streams, but this is my first like full screen video that you can see me and see my background and what's not. So I just said let me try this, see how it goes. This will be my second video on the channel on the OPTCG, sorry, and we can see where it goes from there. I can probably sprinkle in some pictures and stuff so you can see like from my collection and what's not. And maybe next week I will showcase my category build because I still think that people will be drawn to seeing deck profiles, and my deck's built from limited access to cards or getting cards late and what's not. So until next time we can talk, OPTCG out.